Hi, Melena. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Well, thanks for coming in and applying for the job here at Tulsa Runner.
Hmm.
The job that you're applying for is sales associate at our Tulsa location.
Hmm.
Um, have you been able to review the job description for this position?
I skimmed over it a little bit, but I didn't read it thoroughly yet.
Okay. Whenever you skimmed over it, did you see anything that you had questions about or concerns about, anything like that?
No, not really. I was kind of wondering if we got a say in which location we were going to be at.
Well, right now we are only hiring at the Tulsa location.
Okay.
So there could be a possibility in the future of other locations, jobs opening up there, but for right now, it's just the Tulsa location.
All right.
Okay. Are you okay with still applying for the position there?
Yes, that's the one that I wanted.
Okay. Good. Okay, well, I'm going to give you just a brief overview. This interview won't be long, but we're just going to go over some of the important job duties of being the sales associate. We're going to go over some of your education, some of your previous work experience, and you'll have a chance to ask any questions. So if you have any questions that you think of during the interview, just go ahead and save them till the end, and then we will go over those. So. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about is your previous work experience. I noticed on your resume that you have been in retail before.
Mm-hmm.
And well, first, before I get into those questions, let me tell you just a little bit about the important things about this position as being a sales associate. Some of the important duties and responsibilities that you would have in this position is greeting and helping the customers. You'll be keeping the store clean and putting items away. We will train you how to use the cash register and how to check out customers. And then you'll also be helping guide customers into the running gear, that fits their needs. And then also you will be, of course, fitting customers for shoes.
I'm just so excited about this position.
I know, me too. Okay. Definitely engaging with the customers is key to this job. And also, it's important to understand running. You don't necessarily have to be a runner, but maybe have a running background or understand running so that you can talk to them about their running level, what their needs are, and make sure that you're finding products and shoes that fit their lifestyle.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get into the interview. Like I was saying, in your resume, I noticed that you had some previous retail experience. So why don't you tell me a little bit either at your previous retail job or maybe at another position or maybe a class. Why don't you tell me a little bit about a time whenever you faced a difficult problem and how you handled that?
Oh boy. Well, at my previous job, of which I will not name because you have it on your paper, there's a lot of problems with managers. One manager in particular, the head manager, he was not relaying to us properly and extensively enough exactly what he wanted from us, whether it be our sales goals, etc. And it just put a lot of stress on the other employees and the other managers. And so what I did, especially whenever I was a new associate, was I was kind of afraid to approach him because he was the head manager. And so I approached the manager that was right below him but above me, and I just expressed my concerns and kind of the concerns of the other employees. And I kind of let them handle it just because as a new employee, I didn't want to come across as too demanding or as questioning his authority.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your preferred job environment?
I like to be very busy. I get bored quickly, and so I would prefer if there was a lot of customers or if I was able to hop wherever I needed to go, whether that be the cash register or the sales floor. So I really like to stay busy, and a running environment is great because runners are always so happy.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you would consider your best accomplishment so far, whether that's in work or school or whatever. What would you consider your best accomplishment and how did you achieve it?
I would say that my best accomplishment was getting the President's Honor Roll in the 6th grade. And I had to work really, it's serious. I had to work very hard for that, especially as a 6th grader, and I was up there with the 8th graders, and I showed them that even though I was young and even though I was new to the school, I was able to be up there with the top dogs, and I could work hard, and I could achieve what I wanted to.
That is a great accomplishment. Thank you for sharing those things. That's awesome. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your education. I saw that you go to school at Oral Roberts University,
Yes.
and you are a junior there this year. And so why don't you tell me a little bit about one of your favorite courses,
Okay.
or maybe an assignment in a course, and why you liked it so much.
I think my favorite, oh man, I've taken so many courses. I think my favorite course was probably badminton. Just because it got me active in ways that I never thought of before. And it was just a new experience. It's not the same as tennis. It's not. And it really taught me a lot about, what other countries do, because badminton's so popular in other countries. It was a very cultural experience too, especially playing against international students. It really made me realize as an American that I need to step up.
Okay. And why don't you tell me a little bit about your toughest course and why it was so tough and maybe what you did to overcome that?
I would say that my toughest course was probably ecology, and I would say that because, do you even know what ecology is? Probably
No,
probably not. Neither did I, and I decided to take that class, and it was a very big mistake, because I am not a science person, and I don't want to catch fish with my hands and cut them open and learn about them. But I decided that I should persevere. I had started the class, and I needed to finish it. So even though it messed up my GPA a little bit, it was a good experience, and it taught me some things I wouldn't have otherwise learned.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Why don't you tell me a little bit about, do you have any specialized training or on-the-job training that you feel has qualifies you or made you a better candidate for this job at Tulsa Runner? Do you have any specialized training that would help you on this job?
Well, once upon a time, back in my high school days, I used to be a runner. Not the best, but it definitely taught me a lot being around people that were always running. I kind of learned the lingo a little bit. And it kind of showed me how to deal with different injuries and what kind of shoes to get for those injuries. So I feel like that could help me.
Okay. Do you still have an interest in running?
I am interested in running. I'm more interested in badminton and swimming. But I do still like to run occasionally. It's good to stay fit, especially at ORU. You have to get those aerobics points.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Yes, and running gets you the most aerobics points. So it's
right.
something that I still occasionally dabble in. But.
Okay, good. What are some of the best qualities that other people have seen in you? Has anybody ever told you about some qualities? Maybe if I asked your current employer or a teacher, what's one of the best qualities about Milena? What do you think that they would say about you?
I would think that they would hopefully say that I'm very honest. I will honestly say the things that I'm enjoying about the job or the things that I'm struggling with, or the things that I think I might need some help with. I can express those hopefully very well. I would also say that I have a good quality of being very sociable.
Mm-hmm.
I love to talk to people, and I love to converse with them and do small talk and ask about, what races they did that weekend or whatever. So I feel like those are some qualities that they might say.
Okay. What about working with others? Have you ever had a time whenever you've had to work with others on a project, and how did that go?
Well, at ORU, you do have to do projects with people, and I've realized that it is very hard to make people's schedules work with yours sometimes, especially when you're as busy as I am. The project in the end, though, went well. It took a lot of discipline and a lot of hard work at the times where we could meet. We had to cram a lot into just a couple of hours, but we managed to pull through. We got an A. So